Test, test. There we are. Hey folks, how's it going? Hope you've all had a good week. It's Friday, and I do apologise for not streaming earlier in the week. This week has not been good, kind of for having the time for streaming, unfortunately. So yeah, sadly missed out on the Monday co-op stuff, and then I did want to do something fun on Wednesday. Didn't get the chance. But we're here now. We're here now, and we're doing some game dev, as usual for our Fridays. So welcome in. So I hope your Friday's been good. I hope your week has been good, and you have some fun stuff planned for the weekend. Probably have to make sure the background audio is a little bit quieter. What's up? Hey Lisa, how's it going? Been a while, yes. Yeah. Feels like a whole week since I last streamed. But yeah, I was just saying, sort of, this week hasn't been great for timing, so not really had the opportunity to stream, and I do miss it. I do miss streaming. I have considered in recent history whether I still want to be streaming so much, and honestly, I do. It might be a lot of time and effort, but I do enjoy streaming, so I do miss it when I can't do it. You sell emotes. You sell the best emotes. How are you? Doing pretty good. God, it's it's Friday. It's the end of the week though. But glad you're doing all right. Sup, keeping it gangster. How's it going, Jeffrey? Good to see you. Hope you've both been well. Yeah, it's been a busy week. It's been a busy week. I'm liking that sort of my second monitor. I'm gonna have to post this in my Discord because as you are aware, I'm not actually in my usual space, and that camera quality is not great because this is an old early 2000s Microsoft camera because it's not connected to anything, and I don't want to pull my Logitech cameras apart. So that's a question, not a statement. Keeping it gangster? Yeah, I suppose keeping it gangster. As gangster as one can do in current circumstances. I'm going to take a photo of this because I think this screen's pretty cool. It's one of those screens. Have you ever watched TikTok and see all the adverts for stuff? I got drawn in by an advert for this screen, and I thought, yeah, it could be crap. It might not be good, but we'll give it a go. And actually, it's turned out all right. Let's post this in my. Hey Arvon, how's it going? Good to see you again. What are we working on today? Probably gonna work on animating the NPC today because we worked out moving the NPC around the scene. So we gotta sort of see if we can make it look like they're walking. Let's go for that, I think. But yeah, I just posted that picture. What happened to your room? The room's nothing's wrong in the room. Decided to move everything down into the living space for this week as my parents are in Greece, so I've got the whole living space to work with. Plus, this little furry thing likes to sort of cuddle on the sofa, so he prefers if I'm downstairs, and I prefer if I'm upstairs. So one of us had to compromise. But my parents are back next week, so I'm relegated back to small spaces again. But let's move this camera very, very briefly. Can we move this without losing the camera? There he is. He's happiest when he's sat next to me. He cool as fuck he is. We've had to cut his claws this week, haven't we? Because what he likes to do, as a lot of cats do, cat. And so when he's oh, there's emotes. Yeah, when he rests his paws on my leg, and as he's doing that, he's doing this. And of course, his claws are that sharp; they go through my jeans, and it's not comfortable. But we've taken the points off the edge of his claws, so he's still got quite a long claw, but at least they're not pointy. So he can do that all he likes now, and all he's doing is kind of leaving scratch marks on the jeans and not going through them. So he can kind of claw at me as much as he wants now. Yeah. Case in point, you can't get your claws in my jeans anymore, can you? You can scratch at me as much as you want now. I'm gonna have to go. Take care of something. I'll join the stream if still going. Oh, cool. Okie dokie, Arvin. So go and do your thing. I'm gonna be here for a couple of hours. Let's move on to the main screen. I'll get Visual Studio up. Cause OBS can never track Visual Studio. There you go. Let's put that Visual Studio on the screen. Minimize. But yeah, we gotta try and animate our NPC today. I'm not distracted by this one. Let's move my phone over there. Now, I would ideally move the coffee table closer, but that means everything's off. We had a visitor from the dog club, the breeder that's the owner of Uno's father. She had one of her dogs with her. I don't get bitten often, but this one was kept attacking and kept holding. Got me in the arm and kept shaking, but when I grabbed my hand and continued. Oh wow, that's a bit odd. Now before I go, I likely won't see your response. Add an Easter egg if one guy like dancing would be hilarious. I'll try and do that for you, Arvin. I'm okay. It's only 11 weeks old. Yeah. Hopefully that they train out of it, because that's yeah, if that keeps going as they get bigger, could be quite a problem. Oh, of course, yes. That's the thing, is that dog owners don't. It was a joke. It's normal. Ah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, a lot of dog owners don't. They think it's cute. They go, oh, they're only a few weeks old. It's quite cute. And then they don't train it out of dog. And then it's bigger and it keeps doing it. You go, this dog's out of control. We don't know how to control it. It keeps biting things. I like to say it before saying the actual age. Believe me, this lady, anyone in the club, is very strict. Ah, that's good. But yeah, so many people don't bother training their dogs. You see them a lot on these programs. Not sure you watch any of these like My Pet is Out of Control programs, and it literally takes a experienced animal trainer no more than a day for an animal to start behaving. Just train them. Like even Damien will start behaving with a little bit of training. And cats don't really train very easily. They sort of they don't take well to having people tell them what to do compared to dogs, but you can still train them. This lady has 40 years of experience and supplies her dogs to the Austrian army. Oh wow, that is definitely some accreditation there. Can't tell you how tell you how ecstatic, how strict I. Okay, I can't tell you how strict because we do legal things. That's fair. Yeah, as long as everything's done with care. He's even clawing at my foot and it doesn't hurt. So glad we train them as attack dogs, of course. Yeah. Yeah, they sort of they have certain standards and sort of yeah, it's not something that generally the public, I suppose, would should be doing. But if you know what you're doing and you know how to train and you can call the dog off if need be, then that's the main thing. Like if once the dog's in attack mode and you can't control it, then obviously you have problems. Yeah, but police, of course, ain't reading here, so I don't care. But in general, it's illegal in our country, but we still use spiked on the inside collars and electricity in the scene. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's illegal here as well. Yeah, so I know at one stage they had choke chains as well. So yeah, if a dog pulls, it ends up strangling itself, which obviously is not fun for an animal. No worries, our club members are soft. Still use choke chains every day. Yeah, so if a dog's not trained, like if you use a choke chain and you're not training the dog, it doesn't learn. But if you say, okay, you do use those tools with training, and it's kind of like a reinforcement, I suppose, as opposed to like, I don't know how to train this dog, I'm just going to use spike collars or choke chains to try and convince them. Um, then it's just kind of careless, I suppose. But so they're used as reinforcement tools as opposed to um, the only form of training you're doing. So then, yeah, if you use a choke chain on a dog that keeps trying to pull from you without you training it not to pull, then you're just reliant on the dog trying to work out why it keeps strangling itself. So I suppose it's kind of the positive and the negative reinforcement working side by side. It's to mimic the reality. Ever seen how dogs correct each other's behaviour? But yes, yeah. So it's I know, dogs and cats as well are very kind of nipped and pinned, kind of like they're restricted. It's okay. I'm gonna restrict your movement and I'm gonna nip at you, and that's kind of like sort of stop doing what you're doing. Very physical, and now most humans is hippies wanting their dog to be friend. No, we mimic nature in training. Yeah, as long as you're doing it in a proper fashion. But I suppose the reason it's illegal is because people don't follow the kind of the correct way of doing it. So it's just easier to outlaw methods because people don't know how to use them, generally speaking. That's definitely true. Yeah, it's the same with anything. If you can't trust the majority of people to behave correctly with a thing, it's easy to ban it. But then it's kind of bad for those who do know how to use it and use it properly without abusing its use. But there's a difference there. Like some people go, well, I don't care how the animal feels, and I'm not gonna give it good training, I'm just going to do the negative without any positive. And certainly if an animal is very strong, you need to kind of have a balance to go, well, when it does good, it gets rewards. If it's doing bad, we need to kind of pull it back. Because you can't just rely on it behaving correctly when you haven't really got the control. But it's good that sort of, yeah, you're doing it properly and with proper supervision and understanding of how the dog behaves and how nature is. Yeah, with all the experience of training the dogs, especially dogs as tools, as kind of like enhancements for a job, then they have to kind of follow very strict guidelines. If a dog is a pet, it's going to be less strict, but then dogs as pets get away with a lot of things that trained dogs wouldn't. As I say, like small dogs will bite and attack, and there's no recall, there's no call off, and yeah, they might not do as much damage, but that dog has not been trained. They can still hurt a small child, but people don't bother training small dogs because if they bite you, it's not much harm. And it's not really the way to do it. There's a dog that lives not too far from me. You can hear it anytime anyone goes near the fence. It sounds like it's murdering something, and the dog's literally about this big. But it actually sounds like it's murdering something whenever someone walks past. I mean, Uno bit me because he thought it was a good moment to show his dominance and didn't want me near his bone. I just walked by. I did not tell him nicely to not do it next time. Well, yeah, but he's 50 kilograms and nothing but muscle and teeth. Yeah, that sort of, when something's coming at you with aggression, then, as you say, in a dog world, with one dog goes for another dog with aggression, the response is aggression, and they go, okay, who is the more dominant? And they go, okay, I succeed, you are the dominant dog, I will back down. But then if dogs will keep challenging, they go, okay, I'm going to try and challenge to be the bigger dog again, and then you still have to kind of challenge to push them back down. You see it with cats as well. You have a group of cats and they will jump on each other, swipe and kind of push down and bite and go, I am the bigger cat. And some cats will go, cool, yep, you're the big cat, I'm not gonna challenge you. And sometimes you go, no, I will challenge that, I am the big cat, not you. I mean, you see it with Nix's cats. They kind of challenge each other, and one will go, actually, no, I'm not in the mood to challenge you right now. You win, just leave me be. He stops, that's good to know. Let's bring this keyboard closer to me. Right, we need to find that NPC we did a couple of weeks ago. Let's go to prefabs. Need to bring him into here. No, it's open on this screen. Where did it save? Did I save it to my 3D objects folder? But now he 2 years old, he almost fully adult. He's getting his full personality. He's getting to be a nasty motherfucker. 1 year ago, he was like some kind of high energy Winnie the Pooh, but he's a vicious motherfucker now. Yeah, that's the thing. If you didn't do the training when he was younger, I bet he would be dangerous. Well, he's obviously dangerous, but dangerous to more so to you as well as everyone else. Whereas you can kind of bring him back in line now. Whereas if you didn't do that, it would be a bit more out of control. People avoid my house like the plague. The dogs are allowed on the front porch. People walk by less and less. Well, it's a good way for a bit of privacy. Oh, hello. People walking by, we go, no, we're not gonna bother them. They can just have a bit of privacy and be left alone. I don't think I've saved it to this folder. I've got the wizard here. There's a lot of break-ins in this neighborhood. I don't mind making it loud and clear. Easy to get in here. Oh, certainly, yeah. If your area is kind of a high target area, anything that's gonna make your property less attractive is definitely worth it. Where did I save this? Did I save it to my game dev stuff? I might have done. Yeah, I'm very fortunate. We don't get a lot of crime in my immediate area. Like, there's a small pockets around the town. Like this immediate pocket here is pretty quiet. The closest thing we've had to crime in this area is that we've had people from nearby cities travel to this area, and they've been seen checking car doors to see if people have locked their cars. And if they haven't, they open the door, they take stuff. Or if it's a good car, they take the car. But if you're not locking your car, then that's kind of leaving yourself open anyway. But no actual breaking of stuff, just opportunity kind of criminals. Very high target, perfect combo of high income house, 9% is retirement ages. Lots of widows, widowers, so alone in the house, in the forest to sneak away easily and very close to the highway, so fast getaway. You hear weekly some retired widower got her house emptied. Oh no. Oh, that sucks to hear. Yeah, I suppose it's again criminals will take any opportunity they can. Like they're not going to make their life hard by going for the hard targets, because you wouldn't be a criminal if you want to work hard, really. But yeah, anything that makes you less appealing. Friends of ours are surrounded by 17 cameras. They have one of those screens like shops in their kitchen. Nice. All the cameras on rows. That's kind of the thing I probably have. Like I've set up cameras in this house. Like, sort of, I can open my phone at any point and go, oh, what's happening outside? Which is quite good. If someone knocks on the door right now, I don't have to get up. I just go, who is it? Oh, okay. But yeah, I've got cameras set up. So, and when I buy a home with Nick's, one of the first thing I'm doing is putting cameras on. It might be a nice area, but even let's say this area where I'm living now is nice, but it still had people checking car doors. Only have one camera. It doesn't record. To see who rang the bell in the front gate. Takes a picture when you ring the bell. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like those kind of things. They're useful. Ozzy wants food and dogs need to piss. But we're like, okie dokie. Go do the things. Feed the Dark Lord. Empty the big lumps. I'm still looking for this NPC. I collect all pictures and put them in maps on my computer. Put them in categories. Okay. Oh, Jehovah's Witness map. Nice. Etc. Yeah. Yeah. Good things to keep recordings of. I'm fortunate. I can download any video that camera picks up. It saves it all into a local SD card on the camera, and I just kind of download it from that through my phone. Ah, there it is. It took me ages to find the thing. Might have to open it in Blender. Company puts our front gate asks 500 a year for recording option. What? Like a subscription kind of thing. We don't care. Just a free doorbell. Pictures is fine. Yeah. 500. Nah. I think you can buy a camera and just set it up. Yeah, spending that much, like you can't. I can't imagine what you would get for 500. And if it's an annual subscription as well, then they'll probably have it on their servers and it's all kind of backed up, and you don't need that. No, I'll be setting up my own version in the house. I won't be paying any company. Ain't paying for that. No. No, I'll have a hard drive in my house, and it'll be recording the cameras, and those hard drives will be accessible and backed up. So I can do that. I can rig that. I've done it for work. I don't need to be paying people to save it on their server. Don't need to install it. I can run the cables. Don't need to be done. I'm going to open Blender because I don't think I saved it as a Unity file. Let's export this. Export it as FBX. There we go. Export file. And then we import that file into Unity then. Be right back, Aussie. Food time, okie dokie. I'll see you after dog walks and food. 99% was still the image of my neighbour's house across the street with some leaves blowing the wind. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be paying for recordings of leaves. There it is. Oops. Bring that up. Drag in the villager NPC. There he is. drag him onto the scene. Whoa, he's got a light. He is the chosen one. He has been sent from above. Yeah, I always forget about not exporting with the light source. Take off the cameras and lights. Visibility. Might have to re-export it, you know. There's the lighting. Right, delete that, re-export it. Export as FPX. Export. So I think I export it in the right place, is I? Oh, okay, fair. Move that, bring him back in. Hopefully we're at the light this time. There we go. Let's take a photo of this floof. Right, see if we can animate this fella. PC1. Let's create an animation clip. NPC 1. Walk. Or stand, should I call this one? Standing. I don't think it's anything to do with that. Okay, so it's under the meta rig. Meta rig. Oh, that's his spine. Pelvis left, pelvis right. Stretch Armstrong. The original gangster is here. Oh, hail the original gangster. Welcome back. This would be easier if the screen wasn't so far away, but we'll deal with it. I have an Ice Cube shirt that says that. Nice. I like a bit of Ice Cube. What rotation should we be looking at here? 92, I think 92 would be. Minus 92. Yeah, put a couple of pictures in my Discord. One of Damien and one of the screen I'm using here. Very impressed with this screen. Definitely be using this more. I kind of bought this screen because this screen here is can be powered off a USB, so it doesn't need to be plugged into the mains. So you can plug it off like a USB power block you would use for your phone, or off your laptop, or off a computer. And it's HDMI as well, which is great. Or you can plug it into USB-C and run it off a phone or tablet. So very happy with it. It's great for a quick stream, second screen. Couldn't hear because of water cooker for noodles. Okay. I didn't say anything important. Talking about Ice Cube and I couldn't hear about your screen. Yeah, just saying the screen I've taken a picture of in my Discord. I can power it off USB. That the power is USB. So very easy to power. Your screen anything to do with old school gangster rap? Probably not. I can't really think of anything anything gangster about it. Although it's probably gangster that you can take it anywhere you want. So you could put this inside a car and be rolling down the street with something on the screen. So that could be quite gangster. It is black, yeah, black. If you want to go, say it's all black. I suppose that's fairly gangster. You go with more gangster, I suppose I could spray paint it gold. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? But I'm a fan of black electronics. I've been really into working out and being healthy in general again. I feel way better. Nice, glad to hear that. Yeah, I wish I could get back into that. I keep trying, but the way I kind of think of it, you know when you have an old car and you're trying to make the car sort of start up? Sort of, I feel that's kind of like how my health is at the moment with being healthy, is that it sounds like it just trying to go, but it takes a lot of effort. Me, I saw it in your Discord. Cool. I think my only non-black electronic at the moment is my PS5, and that's not a choice. Although Sony is charging a lot of money, but you can get the black fins. You can get different coloured fins now, but they charge a lot. Because there was a third-party seller that started selling the fins, and then Sony like basically sent him a court letter saying stop selling accessories for the PS5, and then they started selling the fins themselves. So they obviously wanted to, and these people jumped in and started selling their own. Even my Mac is black. It's not the stereotypical Apple color, but wanted it black. Nice. I bet that looks really good. Like I've seen a lot of silver, like brushed silver kind of Macs and stuff. And then you obviously the Mac color is white. So original Mac Apple products were all white, but to me, white gets dirty. It gets kind of. It's hard to kind of keep white electronics looking good after time, because even if the sun touches it, it'll eventually start discoloring and go more of a cream color. Yeah, mine is black, jet black. Not dark grey, black. Not that midnight blue they also sell. Black. Black, black, black. That's good. Yeah, 'cause you can get a lot of blacks aren't actually black. They're just a deeper color. The new one was dark grey. They didn't sell black then. Okay. I don't mind like a dark charcoal grey. But yeah, proper black electronics I like. Although um, he's being sweet. Nix is a fan of white PC electronics. Like the ideal gaming PC for Nix is an all-white PC case with a white keyboard, a white mouse, white microphone, white camera, white headphones, like everything white. And then rather than having RGB kind of multicolored lights, just have a real sort of strong neon pink glow inside, so all the white kind of shines off the pink. That's kind of the ideal gaming PC for Nix. Whereas I'm quite happy having a black one with a lot of glowing cyan blue, like my logo, which is basically what my PC is right now. It's just black with that color glowing inside. My Windows PC is black, mouse, keyboard black, cam and mic black. It's all black. It's like, have you ever seen the Lego Batman movie? There's a line in that where Batman says, I only work in black and very, very, very dark grey. He's referring to Lego bricks. So, well, I can only work with black Lego bricks. But yes, working out makes me feel good a lot, but it helps have a home gym on the property. That is good, yeah. I should kind of work out here, because getting to the gym is I keep trying to go to the gym mentally, but we do have things. I should really be doing this, just working out. We haven't got any like proper cardio equipment. Like the most we have really is like a thing that you kind of you do this with. Like you got the bars that you swing back and forth, and your feet do the same. Your feet are doing this, and the arms are doing this. It's like a CrossFit. I think it's CrossFit. We have one of those, but we do have these weights, and you can kind of like screw on different weights and stuff. What is that? Can't read it. Uh, 1.25 kilograms, so 1.25 kilograms, and that one's a 1.25 kilograms, so that makes that 2.5 kilograms. So not very heavy. And even doing that has worn me out a little bit. So I'm definitely out of shape. So let's add a property here. Mine are 25, nice. Yeah, I need to build up because this has got very small. At one stage that was quite a decent muscle, but this need to build that back up. But I was eat cheese for protein, yeah. More cheese. I am on the cheese workout diet. Yeah, I'm very much into sort of high protein foods. I like kind of eating lentils, chickpeas, um, beans, chicken, all kind of the clean protein stuff. Is back. Welcome back. But yeah, I need to do that. But yeah, as I say, my approach to health is like an old car that struggles to get going. I saw a weight loss diet from the 60s. It was nothing but boiled eggs and wine. I've heard of that. I've heard of that actually, including breakfast. Yeah, the boiled eggs. I have a boiled egg actually. I can have as a snack. Again, when I think about it, I'll boil some eggs, keep them in the fridge, and then I'll eat them with like a little sprinkle of salt on them. Great snacks. Great. They fill you up. They make you feel you've eaten something, and they're great protein to work out with. But yeah, I've heard of the boiled egg and wine. There's some crazy weight loss diets out there, which they're not good for you. Like you can say yes, boiled eggs are good. Wine, a small amount of wine a day has all the vitamins and things that kind of help your body. But if you think, well, wine, a wine diet, excellent, give me a few bottles. No, you can't be drinking bottles of wine. But people don't understand, yes, you take a small measure of wine, it can be good. But you're not drinking it in those kind of quantities. Small amount of wine or champagne is actually healthy, yes, yeah. Now, they say the kind of the nutrients in the wine plus the alcohol kind of helps the body a little bit in the small amounts. Tapeworm eggs. Oh well, when my grandma was young, 5 years after the war, they were selling magical weight loss chocolate cookies with tapeworm eggs. I can believe that, yeah. They generally, I do recall them saying, yeah, tapeworms were the solution for weight loss because you eat stuff and the tapeworm takes a lot of it. But yeah, I know it's all the like alcohol that's made from berries and grapes and stuff like wines and champagnes. In small amounts has what you need and keeps you healthy. You think of like the oh, what culture is it? I want to say the Italians. Is it Italians that drink? Italians will have some wines. The French are kind of known for their wine drinking. So I suppose you think, well, if they're having a bit of wine, I suppose the French are like the cheese as well. So wine and cheese, and you can be quite healthy while drinking wine on a regular basis and eating cheese. But then I know the Italian diet is a lot of fresh fresh stuff. And you think, well, considering they're always drinking wine and eating stuff, why are they so healthy? Because they're only eating small amounts. Same with coffee. I know in Italy they will drink coffee on a daily basis, but they're only having a small amount of coffee at like I think it's like 11 a.m. They'll have a small amount of coffee and that's it. And that coffee is good in that small amount. But then other cultures get hold of it and they drink it by the gallon. And that's not healthy. It's all about moderation. Like, everything can be good for you in small amounts. People don't know how to kind of moderate and minimize how much they're having, and it's easy for them. Like there's some things I can't have a small amount. I'm doing quite well with cheese at the moment though, like especially having small packaged cheese I mentioned before, like tiny little bits of cheese in its own little packet. You open the packet up and you have a little bit of cheese, and that makes it easy to only have a bit of cheese, because you'd have to open multiple packets to have more cheese, and that becomes an effort, and you mentally you have to think, do I want to open more cheese? Whereas if you open a big cheese, the cheese is already open, and so it's far easier to keep eating cheese, and that's quite a problem for me, because if I have a big cheese and it's open, you go, well, the cheese is already there, I might as well eat more. And especially when there's only a little bit of cheese left, you go, well, I might as well finish the cheese, there's only a small bit of cheese left. And again, that's not good. So it becomes harder to moderate it. It's definitely the happiest he's been. This cat will be the most content animal in the world as long as you just sit with him. You don't need to do anything else, just sit. Just kind of feels comfort in knowing someone sat next to him. Just like the company, don't you? Right, see if I can animate this. Make that minus 90. Make this one 90. No? Interesting. 89. Weird. 91. See if we can work this one out. He's being cute again. Have a picture for the Discord. Yeah, I'm photographing you. It's 90. Yeah, that kind of works. Now flap his arms and fly. Cool. Another thing I wanted to do anyway, specifically for this. But it's kind of at least kind of testing. So for him to stand still, typically when people standing still in games, they're not still. Because people don't stay still. So we need to find something that indicates that he's alive. Stretch Armstrong. Whee. Concertina man. He's the accordion. So probably not quite that spine, but one of the spines. Hey, giraffe. Maybe the spine just before? No, it's still the neck. The two shoulders. Two shoulders plus the spine. Because what was it? There's like, I remember some old games where they just kind of indicate their breathing by so slowly. Just moving the shoulders up and down. Could be effective. Just go have a quick look look online for some gameplay of a game that immediately comes to mind is Deus Ex. So remember the very blocky characters in Deus Ex. They're standing still and they're just kind of like their shoulders are moving to indicate they're breathing. I suppose their chest kind of moves as well. So I suppose we move shoulders and chest, maybe? So we go, where's the chest? Chest is probably on the next spine. Oh, there's the chest. So we go, all those things there. So we go just shoulders by itself. Just looks like he's shrugging. Shrugging. Just to the chest. Yeah, I suppose just the things you're not going to see. Basically, the chest in this instance is basically his nipples. As you can see, if we do that, it's basically he's flapping his nipples about. I'm sure they're only on the model because boobs. So you'll be able to sort of modify a female character's chest a bit easier. But I reckon if we go the breastplate and the shoulders, the whole thing kind of moves at the same time like this. It's very slightly. I think we can make it look like they're breathing. So let's delete those keys. Remove property, and then just go actually I can probably not quite what I had in mind. So after 2 weeks, Monday co-op stream, yes, definitely. Yeah, we need to do something. It's been 2 weeks now. What game? Should we aim for Stardew Valley? Try and play a bit more of that. I've seen there's been a couple of updates. There's probably some updates to the mods as well. So we'll have to look at that over the weekend. Might as well look at Stardew while we're thinking about other games. Because we know everyone's got Stardew. So I miss playing Stardew Valley. So if Nix is a little bit late, doesn't matter because we can just check on animals and crops, and I don't think there's anything that Nix is doing that's particularly time sensitive. Let's go spine, spine, spine. Add all those properties. It needs to be very, very slight. I think that's light enough. 1, 2, 1, 2. Copy. 1, 2. Copy. 1, 2. Copy. 1, 2. 2 weeks ago was last Minecraft server. There's a extreme preference. I'm okay. Just not every week. Yeah. Cool. I'll check with Nix. I'll be seeing Nix tomorrow. Is that okay? But yeah, it's the same kind of same for Nix really. Sort of. It becomes Stardew Valley gets a little bit stale after a while. Is that, well, should we play something else? Oh, guys, hyperventilating a little bit. Probably need to halve that, so just delete that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delete that. Still a bit quick there. Maybe we move to the middle. Do that instead. How about that? Still a bit quick. But that facial expression, he looks like he's not happy. Especially like he's ready to punch somebody. Let's make that 0.5. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Be right back for a moment. 2 secs, and I'll be back with you. Oh wait, there it is. Yeah, not so heavy poop. Well, unless you count the cat as a heavy poop. Oh, before I was stopping, get myself a Coke as well. Don't know why he was screaming at me, but he was screaming at me for something. Do you have pictures of the poop? He's lying down on the floor at the moment. Ooh, so gassy. Right, see if we can actually get this this animator to do something now. I've fed you your allocated food for the day. No more food. Nope, that's it. So animator, so we have, let me do a save there. Always animate. So in theory that should. Controller. That's what that is. Hey Arvon, how's it going? How are we doing? We're doing fine. We managed to animate the sort of the resting state of the character. Just need to kind of activate it. Maybe if I have the camera stationary, we can actually see him. Or we give this character the same script that the other characters have. So what's that? Waypoint driver, waypoint route, waypoint carriage. That's what we want. Then we put the waypoint route into there. Okay, so they don't need a driver. Let's save that and see if it follows along now. So I just want to see this animation working. Then we know it's doing a thing. Of course, he's snagging behind. Still selling motes? Indeed. Okay, he's not actually following. Congratulations, 100 messages in chat today. We're coming back for a cuddle. Move my keyboard. What's this over here? Look. See, there's people watching you. See, over here. Look. didn't fancy being on camera. Or do you? Make your mind up. No? Okay. She'll cuddle instead. Yeah? And try and use a keyboard with a cat on my lap. So waypoint route. Ah, speed of course. That's why he wasn't keeping up. He was going too slow. Save that. Let's run that again. Whoop, Damien. Hey Jack, how's it going? So he's not breathing. They are following though. Oh yeah, I forgot I sell nudes. See, I was getting worried then. I thought you stopped selling the nudes. So he's not breathing. Well, none of them breathing, but he should be breathing. I sell the overlays and emotes of Jeffrey's nudes. No. I have pictures of the inside as well. I don't want to see inside of me. I'm good, don't need to see it. Nobody needs to see the insides. Okay, so why is... am I missing something here? Well, the question is, I'm definitely missing something, but what am I missing? And I'm definitely not missing internal photos of you. Loop pose? Enable this to make animation loop seamlessly. Okay. That's maybe what I need. Okay, let's run it again. Because maybe he animated and then... No, it doesn't seem to be animating. Let's go for one. No transitions. So it should go straight into that. Motion. So why is that not So this, I kind of need to spend a bit of time just doing a one thing to kind of make sure I learn it. Because I'm kind of having to like relearn stuff each time I go to do it. It's not very automatically move the object using the root motion from the animations. Maybe that one? Oh, by the way, did you see my merch site? I did! I'm gonna have to get something of that. I love that one design with the print on the back that says sorry for the Dutch. Absolutely love that. Everyone likes that one. It's very good. Like, just imagine walking around Amsterdam wearing that though. Boom, it gets a lot of confused looks. Except yourself. There's a hoodie and shirt version of that. Oh, nice. I don't hate it, but I like my music and the comic merch more. Oh yeah, definitely. The Cult Step ones, very cool. I'd love to own one of each, but I'm gonna have to pick at least two things. Maybe one of the hats and maybe one of the t-shirts, and see how I get on with those. But yeah, definitely will be buying one of those. Very cool stuff. Now, if I thought there'd be enough people buying merch of mine, I would have made merch. But yeah, the thing is, it'd only be like t-shirts with my logo, maybe on it, or a hat. Definitely a hat with a logo. I would definitely sell those. But yeah, I don't think there'd be enough people, if any, that would buy my merch. So it's not really worth it at this moment. I'm not. Plus, I don't really have any catchphrases. I've tried to put kind of like regular phrases into my streaming, but it's not really something like. It's almost a catchphrase. Sorry for the Dutch. You say it often enough that it gets recognised. And same with Gotor as well. You say something often enough. That's quite unique. Always animate. Let's have a look at the other animator. I made my first sale as a Umit, but still, no, still good sale. Bought a snapback, nice. Yeah, I did think, thinking of Umit today actually. I've been going through all the employee records at work. So I've been making a new system to kind of track people's working hours. And I found out we have a new Umit working at my company. I went, ah, there's another person now with the same name. Obviously not the same surname, but it's the second time I've seen an Umit. Nice, yeah. So we have a lot of European workers, like working with the plants and growing stuff and sort of taking care of the plants and yeah, packing them. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, some of the names that okay, I can't pronounce that, but we have Polish, Romanian. What's the nationalities? Mainly Polish and Romanian. I don't think we have any Dutch workers that I'm aware of. Okay, I'm sorry, but I have to leave chat. I would have stayed longer, but I've been sick. You know, you've got to take care of myself. I'll see you next Monday. Oh, sorry to hear that, Arvan. Hope you get a good rest and definitely hope you're feeling better soon. But thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate that. Sorry it's not been so interesting on the screen. Most of me streaming at the moment is just me staring and thinking while I'm talking. But I do appreciate you being here. Rest up. Hope you feel well. And I'll see you on Monday. Flag wave. Flag wave seen. Right, defaults. Cycle offset speed. Loop time, okay. And able to make the animation play through and then restart the end is reached. So we don't need loop pose, do we? And able to make the animation loop seamlessly. I suppose that would help, but I don't know why it's not automatically starting. What am I missing with this? Flag wave Annie. NPC standing. Might have to look at the other scenes to see what I'm missing. Let's load up another scene and save this. So the flag waving starts automatically and it's not controlled, it's just waving. So what am I missing from the waving? Scenes. Level 1. But yeah, I'll definitely be putting some Easter eggs in here for Avon. What did he suggest? What are we doing? One guy dancing, we'll definitely try and get someone dancing. Okay, prefabs. Okay, castle holder. Castle. There we go. So it's got the flag wave controller. It's got no avatar, update mode, normal, culling mode, always animate. Okay. So normal and always animate. Let's go back to my intro scene. Yeah. Don't need that tick then. So that's everything that should be on there. I wonder why it's not we've got the animator. So what is the avatar about here? Do we drag that in? No. None. So flag wave, we do have a flag wave avatar. No, cycle offset. So that doesn't have anything on the cycle offset. Apart from the loop pose, that's all the same. Don't understand why the character won't should be doing that. Graphics remind me of RuneScape. It is kind of RuneScape, isn't it? But yeah, certainly for this game, I'm keeping it all very basic. I know RuneScape was kind of this kind of was a little bit higher, isn't it? The RuneScape was more of a higher angle, which is probably how I'll have this scene playing. It's kind of this kind of angle, and then when they're actually having sort of have close-ups of them chatting. But why is he not animating? Ah, has that been unticked? Did I untick the animator? Was that the whole problem this entire time? Is that I just didn't tick the animator? No, still not animating. I'm quite proud of this system though. So basically, if that square was a player, and these would be like the supporting NPCs, wherever the player goes, so all their kind of companion NPCs would follow them. Oh, interesting. Running the frames here doesn't appear. Why is it not animating there? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. As always, I'll probably work it out after the stream. Probably just need to, as I say, sit and animate a lot of things. I think for the next few streams, I'm just going to sit and animate things, rather than working on anything else. So they can work on the animations just to one character. Then once I've worked out, I can apply the same animations to different characters. So you can kind of drag this NPC animation into multiple people. As long as they got the same rigging, so they got the same bones, then it will try and move the same bones on each character. But I don't understand why you can hit play and it will run it. I'm going to do a quick Google actually, because might be something simple I can do now. Animation does not play. Alright, Google, pedantic. Doesn't play. Animation doesn't play. I made animation and it doesn't play. Can someone explain what is happening? I need to show anything. Using the animation component, make sure you feed the animation clip to both the animation and the animations field. Your animation clip should also be marked as legacy. I'm not using legacy, so it's not a legacy issue. Just replacing animator with animation component did the trick. Okay. But then I'm pretty sure other things are animators and not animation. Let's try the animation. Play automatically. Let's try that. I think if it's an animator, oh, it doesn't like it. There's no function name specified. Okay. Okay. Save. Animation that has no function name specified. Play automatically, always animate. Not sure what that means. Animation event has no function name specified. Let's remove that. So everything else has got animator, but just reading on the Unity forums suggests I need to have code that activates it. Now, does the waving arm actually have code on it? I don't think there's any code on that. Let's switch to the other scene with the waving arm. And there's code on it that automatically starts it, then I can understand. I need to start it in code, and that's what I'm missing. Next, it's got the animator. Got controller. No avatar. Doesn't apply root animation. Normal update mode. Always animate. And that's happy. Right, if I go to my prefabs. No base. Let's do that. Let's go back to the other scene. If I can put the waving arm into the scene and it works. Definitely looked like it was waving then. No function name specified. Let's delete the animator. So you buy all merch in one order. How nice. Of course. Yeah, definitely buying some merch. Save that and run it without any animations on the actual character. So that works, and all that's got is an animation on it. So we've got an animator with a flag wave controller attached. And that's a flag wave controller. Oh, no, that's a flag wave controller. And that's just nothing going on that. That's just standard stuff. That has nothing on it. That has nothing on it. That has nothing on it. And it just has that. There's flag wave Annie. And the flag wave scene. Flag wave controller. Flag wave Annie. Okay, so I've just called it flag wave scene, but it's flag wave Annie. And that's standing, NPC1 standing. So all that looks the same to me. So flag wave Annie, speed 1, and then 0 cycle offset. One cycle offset, 0 standing. One-time animation controller. So that should just work. That's telling me there's no function. function name specified? Animation event has no function name specified. Let's have a look at that. Unity animation event has no function name specified. So what's that about? What's it upset about? Make an animation on a plane where it changes materials, the material reference plays fine, but every time it plays, animation event has no function name specified. Your animation editor, you must have clicked the icon for add event. Looks like a pencil with a small plus. And it's just right of the add key. Ah, okay. Let's have a look at that then. Oh yeah, I clicked that, didn't I? Can we delete the event? Okay, how do we deal with that? If you have any events in your timeline, they're shown at the bottom of small rectangles at the tip at the bottom. Please do not thanks dude. Anyway, just right click and select delete animation event. Okay. So delete the animation of it then. Not sure. I'm probably going to wrap the stream up here and try and work out what I've done to break this animation. Then we should carry on with this next Friday. But thank you all for joining us. I'll be back on Monday, probably playing Stardew Valley. So hope you have a good weekend. And I'm going to work this out. And I'll try and remember to post in Discord if I work it out. It's kind of frustrating because once you work these simple things out, or simple in grand scheme of things, then everything else becomes easy. But I hope you all have a good weekend. Let's switch over to the main camera. Yeah, hope you all have a good weekend. Do some fun things. Hopefully the weather's going to be nice. Yeah, do things that help you relax. I'm going to get some rest. Hope you lovely folks do too. And I shall see you all on Monday. Stream was epic, thank you Lisa. Glad to have you here. Good night Jeffrey, have a good weekend. You too. Thank you both for being here. Thank you Lisa, thank you Jeffrey. Thank you Jack. Thank you Arvon. And anyone else who's been lurking, much appreciate you all. See you on Monday, yes, see you then. Hope you have a good night, have a good weekend. See you Monday. Good night.